Hey, everybody, going to give just a few minutes here for some people to jump on. If you're in the room, say hello. Would love to talk with you today. I'm just going to be on here for a short time. I had a couple questions that some people have popped up with, and I want to maybe answer them and see if if anybody else can answer them because um, just a few questions have been sent to me. Hello, everyone. How are you guys today? Ohio here, Minnesota Grandma here. Kentucky here. Hello, Jennifer. Yes, Grandma. Sad, sad story. But but pray for him. This is something that we kind of expected something like this would happen, and it did. And but please pray for the Whittaker family. No, I just come on, Carla. I agree. It's horrible what's going on. But I just wanted to pop on with you for a couple minutes. I had a couple people send me some questions, just a few questions that I want to address with you real quick. The first one is, where is Betty staying? From what I understand, it looks, in the video that has been put up, it looks like she is staying with Patrick. There's a video out of her laying on the couch with one of the dogs, Patrick's dog, and it just looks like that's where she is staying. As for Larry and the others, I do not know. I would assume that they are in the trailer. When you saw the house and the front porch and everything, when they showed the view, you could see the trailer up on the hill, the one where BJ would run into, and things like that. I am assuming that's where Larry and them are at. So, and somebody sent me a message last night. Do I ever think they'll get back with Betty? I do. I think the state of West Virginia will do their best to try to get this family back together. And um, did anyone besides me see Larry sneak out of the back of the truck? Yes, Betty was. I don't know if it was Larry. I would assume it was Larry because of coming back and forth. But someone got out of the back of the truck. She was looking over her shoulder. They both looked back. I did see that. You hear the door shut. So it was one of them behind her. I don't know if the authorities have sealed up the house. I know from the videos that people are putting out, they have condemned the house because of the septic lines and because of the condition of the house. I know that, I think it was Eric or Patrick, one of them had made reference to the fact that the floor, especially around the bathroom area, was falling in. Larry is BJ's dad, correct. And that was one of the things. Somebody sent me a message last night and wanted to know about what happened to the dogs. I am not sure of that. I have not heard anybody. I would think that they are with Larry and they're still around the house down there. Um, or words of the state, and they will not be going back to Betty. Again, currently, as we know right now, they are wards of the state, and I don't know the road back to Betty. That is the key thing that we're looking at here. Patrick did say last night in the video that he has spoken to an attorney with Betty. They will be going back on Friday to see that attorney. Um, if Patrick's house wasn't good enough for Eric to stay at, why does Betty stay there? I don't know how many options Betty has right now. I know that she could probably go up into the trailer. I don't know the options that Betty has right now. I really don't. I don't know if there is somewhere else that she could go to. The reference was made in one of the videos. Yes, the house has been condemned. Can they rent a house? I'm sure. I'm sure that if there's money still there somewhere, they should be able to rent a house. You would think that that would be something that somebody would look into. Uh, they said because of Betty's age, she could not care for them. That's true. I would say that's 100% true. Um, and two, if you look at the video last night, you can tell she has aged 10 years, 20 years just from all this going on. And I really feel sorry for Betty right now. And I know a lot of people sit there and say, well, Betty and Larry did this and they did that. Understand something, folks. This family has been together their entire life. It's the only life they know. It's it breaks your heart. You know, you think about the loved ones that are around you right now and someone coming in and taking them away from you. It will affect you. And and again, the reason we talk these things out is to let you be properly informed of what's going on. I'm not on anybody's side here. I'm not on Eric's side. I'm not on Patrick's side. This is just a matter of keeping you guys informed and letting you know what's going on. Uh, Again, I apologize. The little one is playing Minecraft right now. Um, the um, the pets, I'm not sure anything about the pets right now. Again, with Betty, I think she is down to Patrick's, staying there for a little while. Eric says he has their money. You, Look, as far as I know, from what I understand, he's got about 5 grand there for the simple fact of that's what he said that was needed to open up a trust. So I'm sure, hopefully, something can be worked out to where they can get a proper place to live and not have to worry about a condemned house. The state will take the money. I'm not sure. I don't know what the status of that is. If the state will step in and take money, I'm not sure. If I I would say that if they are getting anything from the state would step in and probably take that money. He gets 75,000. Eric has 75,000 of their money. Could very well be. Not sure. Just going based off of the few videos we've seen with the dollar amounts, and he did make reference to the fact that he needed 5,000 to open the trust. So we know that there's 5,000 there. Perhaps Betty can stay with Kenny. That is an option. I would assume that's a big option. That is something that Um, the only reason the state stepped in was because of the videos. You know, that's true. I, from listening to the videos, though, you felt like the state was kind of leaving these folks alone. They were really leaving these people alone. And I think when it's all said and done, and this is just me talking, when it's all said and done, I think when that protective order was put against BJ and then 911 was called that day, I think that brought a group of people down who maybe had not seen the current living conditions that they were in. And when they got down there, it may have been something that somebody said, we can't allow these people to live in these conditions. And I think that may have been the reason that that's happened. Also, somebody sent me a message last night and said, um, how do we set up a GoFundMe? Folks, listen to me. Be very careful here. As far as I know, there are no GoFundMes out there. If somebody was to put something up and say it's for the Whittakers, I don't believe that money will ever go to the Whittakers or ever get to the Whittakers. Please do not donate money. As far as I know, the only money that was being generated was off of the YouTube sites and the Facebook sites. I don't know of any other sites that you could go to and donate money. Please do not donate money to this family because You may not be donating money to this family. You may be just dumping your money into somebody's, it's a scam. Please do not donate money. Wait, if somebody ever sets one up that's proper, I'm sure you'll know about it. But as of right now, you got to have a ton of proof, folks, that that is where that money is going. I think when Mark had his set up, you kind of knew where that was going. And I did watch a video last night of Mark's that showed Mark, and he said that what he was running into was that it wasn't his money, it was the Whittakers. But Betty had got to the point where she was calling him fairly rapidly to get the money. And he showed the documentation of he would, because he lives in California, where he would wire transfer the money into an account for Betty in West Virginia. And he was dumping a lot of money in there. And he made very clear reference to the fact that it was their money. And, some of the money was used for good. You saw where the roof was fixed, you saw where things were fixed up inside the house. But again, once Mark left out of the picture and things started going downhill again, a lot of money was used on drugs. They have proven that over with BJ. So it's really sad. It's a sad situation. And again, yeah, let's see. It is really sad this family's being used, and that is really a sad thing. Somebody asked me last night how did this all start with the family and getting the family into the shape and into the conditions that they're in. And you hate to use the term inbred, but a lot of people ask me about that. And from the research that I've done, it started with two twin brothers, and the twin brothers started having children, and then the children started marrying each other. Like this twin brother had had got a wife. This twin brother got a wife. Their kids started marrying one another, and it just started spiraling up from there. Their kids started getting married to each other. So then those kids started having kids, and those kids started, getting involved with each other. So it went down a rabbit hole quick. Um, JJJ, yes, you're right. There's a lot of people that have donated and will probably never donate again. And I completely understand that. I get that wholeheartedly. Anthony, cousins started marrying. You got it. And from the way that it's been explained to me, is that they were so close where they were identical twins and cousins started marrying. It was basically like brother and sisters, brother and sister, brother and sister. And it really just got to the point. That's why you see a lot of the conditions and the mental illness that you see. If you notice, every one of them, you'll hear at certain times in some of these videos that they have heart problems. And from what I'm understanding and what I'm reading, when you're seeing uh, in events like this and in situations like this, you start breaking down in certain parts of your body, and the heart problem seems to be one of the things that gets hit the hardest where incest and things like that are concerned. Um, when Larry got $150 for drug money, BJ got $150. Could very well be. Eric got involved. Guys, I'm going to say this. Where Patrick's concerned and where Eric's concerned, I don't know the motives of these two gentlemen. When you look at Patrick's side, Patrick seems like he'll get things corrected with Eric. I don't know how Eric feels right now. I know that he's been bringing a lot of stuff out about Patrick. I don't know how he feels right now. Um, you know, Patrick Patrick put a post up the other night and said that he hopes to get things resolved with Eric. Eric is still saying that he is not giving up on building a house for the Whittakers, that he would like to do something. I just don't know. Free Spirit, yes, Mark did offer BJ rehab. BJ's been offered rehab several times. She has turned it down. Like I've told you in the past, when it's all said and done, there's only one person who can take that leap, and that's BJ. BJ's the one who needs to sit there and say, guys, I need help, and I need it now. And when she does that and goes into a rehab, hopefully BJ can take a hold of the demon that has her right now. Um, are you now some cameras? You got to be really careful right now. And somebody just said, how do you know if it's a scam? Guys, just be very cautious. To my knowledge, I don't think there's anybody out there asking for money right now. But if something pops up, please do not give money to one of these GoFundMe's accounts. Like I said, the only thing that I saw from both of these guys were the simple fact of the money made on YouTube and the money made off of Facebook were the only kind of money that was going in. There was also the Timmy Time page where people were paying money to have one-on-one conversations on the phone with Timmy, and Eric kind of stopped that. I think Eric stepped in and said, that's just not right. Um, I know that I know that Patrick does the little videograms and things like that are $24.99. Um, that I think was going directly to Eric. I mean to Patrick. So be aware of that. But guys, at the end of the day, and somebody just made reference to it, we are talking about human beings here. We are talking about a family that has been put on a stage. They're being used. They're being manipulated. Now, there's a lot of people that'll sit there and say, "Look, the Whittaker families know what's going on, and they know." I think some do. I think some don't. But I think that people saw an opportunity here, and they took advantage of the opportunity. Uh, where Ray and Lorraine and Timmy are concerned right now, I think they're in a good place. I think they're being fed every day. They're clean. They're sleeping in a clean bed every night. It's a matter of putting this family together, and I think when this family comes back together, and I pray they do come back together, I think you have to put it into the right situation. That's the thing there. And it has to be something to where this family lives a somewhat good life, not the way they were living in the past. Um, somebody said their DNA is about 90% the same. I would say it's probably more than that. I'll be honest with you. I would say it's that number could be in the high 90s. So I say it could probably be in the high 90s. Hold 1 second. Yes, sir. Hey, Riri's on video, okay? Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. He's playing Minecraft with Riri today. But that's the thing is that, and I'm gonna hop off here because I've got to go. And do I live in Odd? No, I am in the state of Virginia, folks. I am a state away. I'm just a little bit down the road from them. I am in the state of Virginia, and this family. You heard of this family. A lot of people knew this family before Mark stepped in. And when Mark stepped in, I think Mark's intention was to do an interview. That was the whole intention of this, was to do an interview with them. Uh, yes. Hey, Big Country, how are you? Um, Annie, good to see you. Here's the thing, guys. I don't think people understand, and that's a good point. I don't think people understand the amount of money that you can make off of YouTube. YouTube and Facebook pays a lot of money when it comes to clicks and views. When you watch the amount of money that's cycled in, it can grow extremely fast, and that's the thing. Mark wanted to. I'm sorry, I got to get back to Mark. Mark wanted to take pictures of them. Somebody then made reference to the fact of, hey, Mark, why don't you video them? He had evidently told some friends in California about these people and about the Whitakers, and he wanted to show people, this family. And then next thing you know, the he got to a point where he sat there and said, "Oh, I see. Thank you." I think he got to the point of sitting there going, "Is there any way I can help him?" And when he did that, um, that's when you know that's when everything kind of exploded. Because he even makes reference that this could easily be a TV show. We could be sitting watching this family every week, and you see how we do now. Poor Ray must be strapped to a bed, freaking out. I don't think that's true. Ray was one that moved around. I don't think that he would go off on that. He just likes to move around a lot, evidently, from what they say. And so um, if he's in a location to where everything is going well and he's moving around, and I don't think I don't think they have him strapped down. Please, Ray will be losing it for sure. Again, guys, I don't know that. I don't know currently the situation they're in. I just know that um, from the way that Patrick has talked, they know where they're at. They know the living conditions they're in right now, and evidently it's decent living conditions. Um, so, yeah, Ray likes to move around, and they don't like to babysit. Like I said, guys, I don't want to start those rumors. Those are not the rumors I want to start, is that he's being mistreated or anything like that. Again, I don't know if they've got him, I don't know where he's at in the condition he's in. All right, I'm going to hop off of here right now. Have a great day. Again, I don't know where the dogs are at. I don't know where. I think Betty is down at Patrick's house. Um, but my main thing here today is, guys, if somebody puts something out for you to donate money to, do not, please listen to me, do not. As far as I know, there is nothing out there right now set up for you to donate money to. People will scam you. They will sit there and say, "Oh, we've opened this up for the Whitakers." As far as I know, nothing has been set up for that. Okay? Do your research. If you run into one of these sites, or you run into something that says we're giving money, guys, do your research. Do not, and right now I'm just telling you, don't donate to anything right now, for the simple fact of you don't know if it's a scam. Okay? Again, I do this for the simple fact of trying to keep you guys informed. I have no dog in this fight. It's just a matter of keeping you guys informed. Sherry, Karen, who has the dogs? That we talked about that earlier. Not sure who has the dogs right now. I would say that they're probably still up around the house where Larry was living. Kenny may have. I'm not sure who has the dogs. That question has been sent out several times to me, and that's the thing they've been asking: who's got the dogs? Right. Um, The money is going to a trust account, someone who can handle the money, because the Whittaker family, they do not know how to handle money. You're exactly right. But you got to make sure that trust has been set up. And as far as I know, the trust has not been set up yet, folks. Eric had made reference to the fact that he had $5,000 to start the trust. I have heard nothing from either side on if a trust has been set up. They were looking into it. So please be, like I said, please be careful there, okay? Um, no, look, it's not being nosy. It's being curious, and these people have been put into our lives by YouTube, by Facebook, by Mark's doing what he was doing. Look, I tell you, I live in the state of Virginia. In the state of Virginia, we had heard about this family for years. We had heard about the Whittakers, and I think Mark took it to the next level by doing the pictures. And if you watch the first video with Mark, this family didn't trust Mark. This family they did not trust Mark. And finally, he gained their trust enough to where he got into the inner circle of the Whittakers. And he saw how they were living, and he started, the mindset. When you think about, when you see somebody who's down, the first thing you want to do is help someone. And I think Mark's first instinct, when everything was said and done, was, I need to help this family. People started reaching out to him going, how can we help this family? And Mark ran with it. Then situations started to come up with the money. Guys, it's all about the money situation. Um, when it comes to the money, you have to be extremely careful. Look, the IRS is going to step in. The tax man is going to step in. The money issue is huge on this side, but especially when this kind of money starts coming into people. Um, yes, off-season Santa, you got it. This is you're seeing what it's like. Um, yes, Deanna, Mark stepped away for a reason. He did. He really did. But I'm going to hop off here. I hope everybody's having a great day. Go out and do something nice for someone today. Remember the men and women who passed away today on September 11th. Today is September 11th. Say a prayer for the Whittaker family. Say a prayer for Charlie Kirk's family. Guys, the world is a hard place sometimes. It really is. Um, Go out and do something good for someone. Show someone that there is good people still left in this world. Uh, you're welcome, Steve and Shelley. Everybody who has the chickens. Anthony, I'm not sure. I would say that Larry and them are taking care of all that. I just think that the house is condemned right now, and everything else around it, I would say Larry's up there. Say a prayer for everybody, guys. Uh, where is Mark's video? If you go on to YouTube and type in um, the Whittakers, you will see a series called Soft White Underbelly. Those are Mark's videos. Go go and look at those. All right. Okay. What did it say? No, no, no. Net. It says now you tell people not to donate. Close the barn door after people gave their hearts. Look, what I'm saying is that there are a lot of scammers out there right now. You don't want to give money to somebody who is not going to make sure it goes to the Whittakers. I'm telling you to do your research. If you see something pop up and it says it's for the Whittaker family, do your research. As of right now, the only money I think is being generated for them is from the YouTube feeds and from the Facebook feeds. I don't believe that there are anything out there for the Whittaker family like a GoFundMe account. If somebody was to set something up like that, just do your research. Okay? And Stephen Shelley said, God bless you, your family. He had nothing to do with donations. I'm screaming, don't donate. Exactly. And if you do find somewhere you want to donate to, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's the Whittakers. I don't care who it is. Do your research. Make sure you are donating to the place you were supposed to be donating to, so you are not scammed out of money. Too many people get scammed out of money these days. Um, you know, Abel says, "I see you everywhere." Okay. Okay. Eric is trying. Am I going to put something in Patrick and Eric's stocking this year? Guys, I hope all this can get resolved. I really do. I hope this is something that we can get this family back together. And um, dang Donna, I'm really worried about the money. I think a lot of people are. I hope somebody steps in and says, hey, we need to take over the money and take control of this money, because I don't know how much Eric has. I don't know how much Patrick has. I really don't. But let me hop off here, guys. Um, what did that say there? Called journalist. I'm a dinosaur. Will you marry me? This man is talking about the problem, not exploiting and showing video. Yeah, guys, I'm just talking to you about what's going on right now and what I see and what pops up. That is the only thing I'm trying to share with you, is what I see. A lot of people will stay and they'll send me messages and say, "Hey, I don't have Facebook. Thank you so much for putting a video out there and just talking." And two, I try to answer the questions you guys have, and we go from there. But let me get out of here. I got to go to work. Like I said, I'm a radio guy. I'm on the radio at 5 o'clock, but I got to go to work. Have a great day. Go out and do something good for somebody today. God bless y'all. Pray for each and every one of you. Have a great night. Bye now.